Greetings, my young friends. Welcome to Odin's Storytime. I am Odin, the Norse god of wisdom and adventure. Today, I will share with you a tale called the Tale of Thor's Hammer, a story from the mighty Norse legends that teaches us courage and cleverness. So, let's dive into the world of gods and heroes. In the shining halls of Asgard, where the golden light dances upon mighty walls and the air hums with magic, there lived Thor, the god of thunder. Thor was strong beyond measure, with hair like the flame of a roaring fire and eyes that sparkled like the stormy sky. His hammer, Mjolnir, was his most treasured possession, a weapon forged by the greatest dwarves beneath the earth, filled with power and magic. With Mjolnir, Thor could summon thunder, strike down giants, and protect the gods from all harm. But before Mjolnir became the mighty weapon we know, there was a story of how it came to be, a story full of mischief, magic, and daring deeds. It began one quiet night when Loki, the trickster god, full of mischief and restless energy, decided to play a cruel prank. He crept into the chamber of Sif, Thor's beloved wife, and with a swift and silent hand, he cut off all her golden hair while she slept. When Sif awoke, she was heartbroken. Her golden hair was like sunshine itself, and without it, she felt less radiant. Thor's anger thundered through Asgard like a storm. He vowed to make things right. Loki, ever quick to fix his mistakes, or sometimes to cause more trouble, set off on a journey to the dark, twisting tunnels beneath the earth, to the realm of the dwarves, the master smiths who could craft wonders beyond imagining. There, he found the sons of Ivaldi, skilled and wise craftsmen, and asked them to create new hair for Sif, hair made of pure gold that would grow like real hair once placed upon her head. But the dwarves did not stop with Sif's hair. They forged 3 incredible treasures: Gungnir, the spear that never missed its mark; Skidbladnir, a ship that could sail any sea and fold up small enough to fit in a pocket; and Mjolnir, the hammer destined for Thor, small in handle but mighty in power. Still, Loki was not satisfied. He boasted that no one could make finer gifts than these and bet his own head against the skill of 2 other dwarven brothers, Brokkr and Sindri. As Brokkr and Sindri worked their forge, Loki transformed into a pesky fly, biting Brokkr again and again to distract him. But Brokkr's determination was as strong as the iron he hammered. From their forge came Gullinbusti, a golden boar that could run faster than the wind, Draupnir, a ring that multiplied itself every 9th night, and finally, Mjolnir, the mighty hammer destined to become Thor's greatest weapon, was forged with unmatched power. Yet, its handle was shorter than originally planned, all because of Loki's mischievous interference. As the dwarven brothers Eitri and Brokkr worked tirelessly in their forge, Loki transformed himself into a tiny, buzzing fly. He darted relentlessly around Brokkr's face, biting him fiercely, once even on the eyelid, trying to distract the dwarf as he pumped the bellows. Despite the pain and blurred vision, Brokkr's determination never wavered. The hammer was completed, but the handle ended up shorter than intended. Though smaller in grip, Mjolnir's power was unparalleled. It never missed its mark, always returned swiftly to Thor's hand, and could shatter mountains with a single thunderous blow. With this enchanted hammer, Thor became the fierce and unyielding protector of Asgard. More than a weapon, Mjolnir was a sacred tool, used to bless marriages, welcome new life at births, and even bring Thor's loyal goats, Tangrisnir and Tangjastr, back to life. These mighty goats pulled his chariot across stormy skies, carrying the thunder god wherever he was needed. But one morning, a terrible shock rippled through the halls of the gods. Mjolnir had vanished. Without his hammer, Thor was vulnerable, and the giants of Jotunheim, the dark, wild land beyond, were already preparing to attack. The gods' faces grew pale with worry. Loki, ever the clever one, promised to find the hammer. He flew swiftly to the giant king Thrym's hall. There, Thrym confessed to stealing Mjolnir and burying it 8 miles beneath the earth. But Thrym would not return the hammer without a price. He demanded the hand of the beautiful goddess Freya in marriage. Freya's heart burned with anger and sorrow at the thought of marrying a giant. The gods were troubled. How could they save Asgard without Mjolnir? Then, a bold plan was born. Thor would disguise himself as Freya and journey to the giant's hall to claim his hammer. Imagine the mighty Thor, the god of thunder, dressed in a shimmering gown, a veil over his fiery hair, and adorned with Freya's golden necklace. Though he grumbled at the strange task, his courage never wavered. Loki, too, disguised as a servant, accompanied him. As they traveled through dark forests and jagged mountains toward the giant's hall, the air grew colder and the shadows longer. Yet Thor's heart was steady, for he knew the fate of Asgard depended on his bravery and cleverness. At the giant's hall, Thrym was overjoyed to see his bride. But suspicion crept into his eyes when Thor's appetite at the feast was fierce and his hands too strong for a gentle goddess. Thor nearly crushed the food with his mighty grip, and his eyes flashed with the storm's fury. Yet, the ruse held. When Thrym called for Mjolnir to bless the marriage, the hammer was brought forth. In a flash, Thor seized it, threw off his disguise, and with a mighty roar unleashed thunder and lightning. The hall shook, the earth trembled, and the giants fled in terror. Mjolnir was safe once more, and peace returned to Asgard. This tale reminds us that courage and cleverness together are powerful, and that even the smallest trick, like a fly's bite, can change the course of destiny.